What is up, lads? How's it going? How are you getting on? And welcome back to the channel. Gameweek 21 is just over 47 minutes away. So yeah, we've just over 45 minutes to go until the deadline. So yeah, we've a lot to discuss, I suppose, in this in 47 minutes or so. I hope you're all keeping well. It's a cold enough Saturday morning / afternoon here in County Leitrim, but wherever you are in the world, I hope everything's all right, and I hope you're keeping well. We've a full day FPL to come. Unfortunately, the 3 o'clock games aren't that great, but yeah, we've a nice start with the half-12 game with Liverpool and Chelsea, and then we've got a decent half-5 fixture with Newcastle and Crystal Palace. Just gonna have a quick look at how I fared out last week. So cheeky enough, 69 points there. Decided not to go with Haaland captain, or triple captain, I should say. So got lucky enough, I won't lie, to be fair, with only an 8-point return from Haaland. So happy enough with that. But apart from that, it was a okayish enough game week. Kepa was the kind of saver, getting that clean sheet against Palace. It was a 50-50 there with Ward, and we've got that 50-50 decision again this week. But thankfully it paid off last week. And then yeah, Rashford got his goal against City, and unfortunately he got nothing against Palace in the second fixture. But yeah, if you're watching the stream, lads, I hope you're all keeping well. We've got a Dicha there in the chat. Fair play to you, man, for tuning in. You're always a good lad for watching the streams. But yeah, please do send in your questions, and yeah, we'll get through as many as I can before the Gameweek 21 deadline. But yeah, that's how I fared out last week. So I'm now sitting at, unfortunately, a red arrow, and I'm now sitting at 317k overall. So triple captaincy still to play, but yeah, we've a bit of ground to make up there for sure. Looking ahead now, here's how I'm looking at the moment now for this week. Shaw is in there at the moment, but for now I'm actually going to put in White, to be honest. I think Arsenal have a 33% chance of a clean sheet. United have a 20% chance of a clean sheet. So for now, White's in there, and that's how I'm lining up. Cancelo's in there. I know I've been getting a few questions on Instagram this week what to do with Cancelo. I think you just have to play him and see what happens with Cancelo. But hopefully he gets that start. It's a weird one when he doesn't start. Pep kind of leaves him on the bench. So I'm hoping if he doesn't start, he doesn't get any minutes, and then Shaw can come in if needs be. But yeah, it's a toss up, to be honest, with White and Shaw. Shaw is obviously the better chance of an attack and return. White has it slightly favoured for a clean sheet. But yeah, that's how we're looking at. Right, we've a few questions in the chat, so we'll get through them. Aditya, good man. I've got Shaw, White, and Dunk. Which 2 players should I start, or should I start all 3 of them? Who is your 4th and 5th, Aditya? I'd probably say White and Dunk for now. Can't really see Leicester getting much against Brighton, but yeah, for now, definitely White and Dunk. Let me know who your other 2 defenders are, and maybe you've Bueno, or maybe you've some cheap lad on your bench that you don't want to play. But reluctantly, I'm having Shaw on the bench at the moment now. A United fan, whatever. It's not nice, especially in a big game, hoping whatever. But I think we will score, so maybe I should be playing Shaw. But for now, I'm on White just because of home advantage, and Arsenal are favoured for the clean sheet. Yeah, you've got Trippier, Aditya, so yeah, no. I'll probably go White, Dunk, and Trippier. Yeah, good man. Am I rolling the transfer? Yeah, I think so. Fantasy Football 123. It's better off, I think, especially with all the news around the doubles and blank game weeks in Game Week 25 and onwards. I think rolling the transfer is kind of sensible. That means then we'll have more information. Unfortunately, it's an FA Cup weekend next weekend, but we'll have more information on who's going to double, who's going to blank, in future game weeks. So I think it's sensible rolling the transfer this week, and then seeing how we're lining up. Cancelo is obviously going to go next week, so Cancelo could go, Almiron could go, Pereira could go, could get in Bruno, could get in Odegaard then. So we'll see how that plays out. But I think it's better off saving a transfer as well, even with the 2 week break with the FA Cup, and there's every chance of injuries. Anything can happen to that. So holding the transfer for now, seeing how we get on, and yeah, reassess then before Game Week 22. Mark Bryan, good man. Hi, a big fan. Big fan of yours, Mark, as well. Come on, fair play to you. Football 2000. Hey, mate, would you start Cancelo, Andreas, or Martial? Martial is not going to play. He didn't train, so it looks like he's not going to play. Andreas or Cancelo? I think you probably have to play Cancelo. Who's your other defender there? Football 2000. I think you have to. If depends who your other defender is, you probably have to hope that Pep plays Cancelo with the potential injury to Lewis, and the fact that the quick turnaround, he might want to get minutes for Cancelo under his belt. But yeah, it's an annoying one keeping him now. I think we you just have to keep him because it's such a nice fixture for City at home to Wolves. Can't see Wolves scoring, to be honest, but that's what I'm hoping if he does play, whatever. Mara's captain when chasing ranks. No, I don't think so. If you want to, yeah, but with Pep Roulette, it's just De Bruyne and Haaland. We even seen what happened with De Bruyne there during the week, that he's not even guaranteed minutes. I know he was coming back with a family issue or something, or it was either that or he had a niggle or something. But no, it's just you'd be kind of annoyed at yourself if you go with Mahrez and he doesn't play, and then he just makes a late cameo. So it's either going to be a 1-pointer or it's going to be a return. At least with Haaland, then he's going to play, he's going to start, and he's going to be the most captain anyway. But if you're chasing rank, I think even Kane, he's secured minutes, whatever. You've Trippier at Palace as well, but Palace might nick something at home. I'd even go De Bruyne if you're chasing rank. Wouldn't go Mahrez, to be honest. But then if you have Mahrez, you probably don't have De Bruyne. But if second to Haaland, I'd be going Kane for the armband if you don't want to captain Haaland and you're chasing. Start Andreas or White, Brian. If you have to play one, start Pereira. To be honest, if you're in that luxury way of you can play a defender or you can play an attacker over the defender. I can't fit Pereira in because me 4 and 3 strikers, me 4 midfielders and three strikers are decent there, to be fair. So Pereira could easily get something against Spurs. Spurs are reckless at the back, to be honest, at the moment. Yeah, that City fixture showed us all. I was very nervous watching that as a non Haaland triple captainer. But yeah, Pereira potentially he could be on penalties as well. Silva said Mitrovic might be off them, but he's a striker, so he might be happy enough to take them again. But we'll see. I'd play Pereira over White. Opinions on taking a hit for Martial out and Tony in, Aditya. If you can play Pereira, play Pereira. If you can't, if you've someone like Bueno on the bench or something, or if whoever has a bad fixture, we'll just have a look at the fixtures here. Who's a poor enough one that you might have? If you have even if you have a Brentford defender or something, play them over Martial. But looking at that, it's not great. I wouldn't take the hit. If you can play Pereira, do, and then if you can play a defender, but especially if it's Bueno or something, that's where you should consider taking the hit. But play Pereira over Martial. Reassess then after this game week, and we'll know a lot more then about the double game week. My defence is Trippier, Botman, Shaw, Cancelo, and Cucurella. Football 2000. I think you played the 2 Newcastle anyway. And then Cancelo and then Shaw on the bench. If Cancelo doesn't play, at least you get you'll get Shaw in there. But double you're happy out there with that double Newcastle defense. So like personally, if you don't have double Newcastle defense, you want Palace to score because it doesn't matter. Everyone owns Trippier. So yeah, if you're on double, a clean sheet is massive because I think it could be 20% or something in the top 10k own to a double Newcastle defense. So they've been doing well the last couple of weeks getting those clean sheets. But I haven't gone for the double for now because Cancelo's in my team, and I just have to keep him there for this week and then see how he gets on at the weekend. But he'll be gone for sure for game of 22 definitely. I'm already start Stones or Shaw. I think you start Stones for sure against Wolves at home. Surely he plays I think he's one of Pep's preferred centre backs, so I think he should be safe enough there with a Stones. I'm already forced to play Shaw, so one more tough decision is Andreas or Cancelo. I know I have a less bad option. Yeah, I think you go for Cancelo, to be honest. You just have to hope he plays. It's an annoying thing, I know. It's if he doesn't play, there's always a risk of him making a cameo. But then we've seen who was at the Everton game. I got lucky enough. I got Bueno 6 points off the bench when Cancelo didn't come on. So you could argue if he doesn't start, he mightn't come on. But yeah, I'm really hoping he does, especially with Rico Lewis getting a knock in it towards the end. So he might play him over that, and hopefully he gets in over Walker too. But he'll be gone after this week. It's just kind of stringing on to the hopes of last year with Cancelo. But yeah, no, he's one last dance with Cancelo, hoping he plays, and then he'll be gone after that for sure. Yeah, I'd go Cancelo over Pereira then. Pereira first sub, then if Cancelo doesn't play, you've got Pereira coming in. Robert, good man Robert. Kane over Haaland captain, chasing rank, or is it too risky this game? You can go against him in the double with Rashford. I think you can't stay away from Haaland this week. It's such a nice fixture. Wolves, he's back on the score sheet. You could argue it wasn't that he was even off form. It was just two difficult oppositions in United and Chelsea, and that's where he got his 2 blanks. Wolves, I can see 3 or 4 goals for City in that game. I know he only got one goal involvement against Spurs, thankfully, as a non-triple captainer. But yeah, I know Fulham are a tough cookie in Craven Cottage as well. So Kane will get something, I think, but for more chance of a potential haul, Haaland definitely this week. And then, as you were saying there, Gameweek 22 when United double, sneaky little triple captain for Rashford there, and hopefully 8 points thankfully isn't that much to get away. It's pretty much just one return for Rashford over those 2 games, and you'd be confident enough of him getting that. So looking likely now a triple captaincy in Gameweek 22. But yeah, we'll see how the FA Cup fares out if Leeds don't draw or if United don't draw. Gameweek 23 is also an option for the triple captaincy with Haaland for that Villa fixture, but Arsenal is a tough enough one as well. He was fairly quiet against United and Chelsea, as we all know. But for now, Rashford is standing out for the triple captaincy, and hopefully we might be tempted into that now. But we've a week and a bit to worry about that yet. But we'll worry about that when the time comes around. Yeah. Good stuff, lads. Yeah, keep the questions coming in. We've 34 minutes or so to the deadline, and yeah, we'll get through as many. De Bruyne over Salah. What do you think? Wouldn't be transferring out Salah. If you have De Bruyne, keep him. But I wouldn't be making the move for Salah to De Bruyne. Liverpool at Anfield are always dangerous, and Salah on penalties. I know De Bruyne has his rest. Up to yourself, Rooney. But I think it's probably sensible to save the transfer this week, and then reassess then before Gameweek 22. But no, I'd be sticking with Salah if you have him in your team. Just count your losses and hope De Bruyne doesn't outscore him by too much. But 2 free transfers next week is going to be massive. And then you can attack the doubles in 22 and 23 with Arsenal and City there. Yeah, so that's what I'd be saying there. Hi mate, triple captain wasn't great, Brian. Yeah, I was chatting about that a lot in the last stream. I just didn't fancy the 2 fixtures, and it was more so how he was so quiet against Chelsea. I didn't really want to be triple captain Haaland against United. Thankfully, it did pay off. 8 captains, Brian, though. At least he got his return. It'd be worse if he blanked. But that being said, City did get 4 goals, so one goal involvement out of 4. It's a bit you're happy that he returned, but you're content, I suppose, with 8 points from the triple captaincy. But you probably would expect it a bit more. But yeah, I'm looking ahead to Gameweek 22. Hopefully Rashford is fitting well, and yeah, they're very nice fixtures for United at home. So yeah, we'll see how we get on then, and could be very tempted to play the triple captaincy then. Perisic, keeper, sell Mohamed. Yeah, how much have you in the bank for what could you lean towards? Perisic, he was unlucky, to be fair. He did hit the post. Every chance Sessegnon does play against his old team in Fulham as well. I think the same thing happened last year, or was it earlier on the season? Sessegnon got the nod over Fulham, but probably thinking about that too much. Yeah, Conte might, I don't know, it's a toss up there. Perisic came off early, I know Sessegnon came on. I think if you have Perisic, you just have to keep him. Or who else have you on the bench? Mohammed. Yeah, see how you get on there. But yeah, McDara O'Connell over in Australia. Good man, McDara. Cheers for tuning in. Hope you're keeping well, man. Hope all is well. Good to. I can't see you, but good to know you're watching, and big hello from Australia. Good man. Wesley, where's the Christmas tree? I'm back home in Leitrim now, so the Christmas tree is still up in Gala, but we need to sort that out when we get back down for sure. Good man. Aditya KDB captain shout. Yes and no. If you're chasing rank, you'd probably be confident he gets the 90 minutes, especially after being rested against Spurs. Would that being said, would you be confident going against Haaland? No. Just Haaland has penalties. Everything is going through Haaland, especially when Mahrez doesn't play. We've seen when Mahrez does play, it's kind of all through Mahrez, and even you've seen that the last kind of kick of the game. I know Haaland was off the pitch, but I don't know. Hoping Mahrez is gone, to be honest, this weekend. I know he did very well against Spurs, whatever, but it seems like Mahrez has taken all the glory from Haaland at the moment. But we'll see how the lineup is Sunday. As long as De Bruyne starts and Haaland starts. If Cancelo doesn't start, just I hope he doesn't come on. And but I think De Bruyne and Haaland are fairly set to start that game. White or Shaw, MTD edits. Yeah, you can see there I'm going for White at the moment. Just on the basis of clean sheet potential. I think I'll probably keep it that way, to be honest. Suppose we could start looking at what the moves are for next week. So if you don't know this website, FPL team, it's a great way of planning ahead. So this is the team for game week. Game week 23 at the moment, so Cancelo's probably going to be gone, so I can take Cancelo out there. Shaw's going to have a double game week there, so if I get rid of Cancelo for maybe Botman, we'll say, Botman comes in there, and then what have I in the bank? I've 2.6 in the bank. Ooh, so I can't go for Bruno there. But that being said, Rodrigo for Leeds, if Leeds do double, and then that'll be 1, 2, 3 lads. Maybe I could even go Dallo here or Varane if they're back from injury, and then hopefully Dallo will be alright. I could even go Varane either if I wanted. So that'll be 3 doubles for United and one for Leeds, so 4 doubles, and then that'll be the 2 free transfers played. And then looking at game week 24 if that loads, or game week 23, sorry. So game week 23, I have that coming in there. So at the moment, then I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles. Then could go Rodrigo to Odegaard. I think that's fairly solid then. Martin, Odegaard. I don't know why Odegaard doesn't come up there when I type it in. Maybe let's just look up Arsenal. There we are. And that's very weird that Odegaard isn't there. Oh, there he is. He's got a weird thing around his name. But yeah, 3 Arsenal, 2 City, and then yeah, that's how I'd look for game of 23 there. You can see for the City and Arsenal double. But anyway, go back to what we are for this week. That's how we are now. Right, back to the questions. White or Shaw? Yeah, sorry, MTD edits. I go for Shaw. Just Arsenal have a 30% chance for clean sheet, or 33% chance, and United have a 20% chance. So Shaw has the better attacking threat, obviously, but I think White, just because of their home team. If McDara is still watching, I think he'll agree with me on that as an Arsenal fan. But Casemiro's a big loss for United as well, and that probably lessens the chance for a clean sheet with probably Fred or McTominay in the middle. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out on Sunday. Should I play Trippier, Shaw, Dunk, White, or bench one of them and play Andreas Pereira? Shaw, Dunk, White. Probably bench Shaw, to be honest, and then play Pereira there, Aditya. That's what I'd say there. Yeah, just play the attacking player. I can see a goal leader each for United and Arsenal there, to be fair. But that's what I'd say. My defence: Shaw, Trippier, Lewis, Doherty, Patterson. Should I bring someone a role this week? Thinking about Estepinian with 0.7 in the bank for Patterson. So you've Shaw, Trippier. I think you just play Shaw, Trippier, Lewis. If Lewis doesn't play, if he's injured, you get Doherty off the bench. Just I can't emphasise enough the two free transfers for ahead of game week 22 are are going to be massive. So I think you just cut your losses there, Yogesh, and just play those players, and then you can reassess then. Leicester might sneak one against Brighton, maybe potentially, but maybe not. But I think it's not worth taking the risk then, especially if Brighton, they could easily blank then in game week 25, depending how the EFL Cup games go. I think Newcastle play Brighton is at 25, so if Newcastle will get to the final, you'll be stuck with a player that won't be playing that week. Hard choice for the keeper. Between Kepa and Ward at the moment. It all comes down to, I think, save points. Have a look at Ward there. How many save points has he got there? So he's got 2. He got one against Liverpool. Fair enough. Kepa's a hound dog for getting saves. So that's why I'm going towards Kepa at the moment. I think Liverpool will score. To be honest, will Brighton score the way they're going? Definitely they will. But just look at Kepa here. All fair enough. He didn't get one against Fulham. It is tough. Fair enough. I think Chelsea. I'm just more confident. I was chatting about it on Instagram Live there. Just Leeds played a very high line against Forest last week, and Ward was potentially very, very lucky that he didn't get sent off for the Johnson first goal. But I'm leaning towards Kepa, to be honest, at the moment, and just hope for some save points there, and we'll see how we do. That's how I'm looking at the moment. That's how I'm looking. Almiron, a lot of talk about Almiron, what to do with Almiron. Looking at Newcastle's fixtures, I think he's a safe, solid pick to keep over the next 3 there. You can see West Ham at home, Bournemouth away. You'd surely expect a few goals there for Newcastle over those 2 games. Maybe after that then, 24-25 is when you're probably going to be getting rid of the Newcastle players, apart from Trippier, when Newcastle are in the EFL Cup final. So yeah, I'd keep Almiron for sure over the next three or so games. Liverpool 24, you're probably either going to get rid or bench him. But yeah, keep him for sure for the next 3, and just look at that ownership there. As you can see, 41%. So if he returns and you don't have him, you're in bother. You're in bother for sure. Danny Ings or Bamford, wouldn't be looking at either, to be honest, Matthew. But Danny Ings could be a decent shout. Just have a look at West Ham's fixtures. Gonna go for a wildcard draft in a second now. There's a few lads asking, but looking at West Ham's fixtures, I don't think that they were great. Anyway, 6.4 for Ings isn't the worst. Scamacca is going to be out for a while. But yeah, right. You've Everton there. No, well, it's good for this weekend, whatever. But after that, then looking at those Newcastle, Chelsea, Spurs, probably wouldn't be going near Ings there. So, right, I'll do a wildcard draft, because there's a few lads in the comments asking for a wildcard draft. So, when you're making these things, you're looking for United, you're looking for City, and you're looking for Arsenal. So backline there, those are 3 I'll be going for sure. White, Stones, Trippier. Stones is probably Pep's favourite centre back at the moment, so that's why he's in there. Bit of a toss up there with Pep or Lep, whatever. But you just have to have one of them in, and just hope he gets his starting spot right. So his name wouldn't go up the last time, so we'll try and see is he still there. Probably shouldn't have got rid of him. Is he there? Yeah, there he is there. So you could argue whether or not to keep Martinelli with Trossard coming into the team. We'll see how we are up top for sure. Looking at that then, would you probably go Ederson in goals over Kepa? Who do Kepa have after this? I think they've alright fixtures. Have they? Just looking at Chelsea's fixtures, they're okay. They're Fulham at home, West Ham away, Southampton for the next few. Looking ahead then, you need Rashford for sure for the double. Haaland's in there for sure. Probably see can you get Tony in, because Brighton do have nice fixtures there. Deitches after agreeing there. And you have Shaw. How much in the bank there? 0.2. Yeah, you could maybe downgrade De Bruyne. You could get in Sully March there or Matoma. We're going to be stuck about 0.8 of a 2 Newcastle defence too much. I think so, especially if they're going to blank in game week 25. You can see they're on 0.3 off. So it all comes down now where I can get this money. If I downgrade De Bruyne, but I think you do want it for the double. We'll look for a cheaper Man City player there ahead of Stones. Stones is what, 4. If I get rid of him, how much is he then? 5.4. If you go for Ake, then that's it. You're pretty much safe then. Not too confident, to be honest, on the paper that if I was wildcarding, that's probably what it'd look like. But you probably have Rodrigo, as I was saying there, for the Leeds game. Then for next week, then you'll have the double. It's gone back to normal there, but never mind that. But that's what I'd wildcard this week. You've Rodrigo there for the double in 22. You've Martinelli, you've White, Rodrigo to Odegaard. Then that's your 3 Arsenal sorted for 24. You've 3 City there as well for 24 as well. And then you've Rashford and Shaw. If you wanted, you could do Dalot this week then, or Varane. Very not too many similar. That's why I don't think it's worth wildcarding this week, to be honest. Especially every team is so template at the moment. So I'll just fill in the blanks, whatever, for sure now. So I'll put in Varane, to be honest, to be safe. Right. So you've Varane. There we go. You've Rodrigo. So this is how we'd look next week. If you're wildcarding this week, this is how we'd look next week. You can see there. So you'd have double United defence, Trippier, and then you'd have Rashford in there as well, triple captain on him. Kane against City, he was unlucky not to get something. He got his assist, fair enough. Well, no, he actually wasn't. He was quite enough. He was lucky to get something. Sorry. And then you'd have 3 United double, 1 Leeds, and then on to then game week 23. You could either do Rodrigo to Odegaard, keep messing with the name there, and then either Dalot on the bench. You could bring in Ake or whoever looks likely to play for City over the 2 games. But I think that's a fairly decent wildcard team there coming into next week. Then I wouldn't play it just because of the fact that I'd only made about two or three massive moves there. But so I'm just gonna reset that there, and that's where I am this week. So four transfers max looking at that wildcard team, so I wouldn't be mad on going that for now, definitely not. But Arsenal, United, City, and 1 Leeds is what you need to be going. And most of the teams have Arsenal, at least 2 Arsenal, have at least 2 or 3 City. So I don't think it's much use using a wildcard. You could probably dead end your team into game of 28, wildcard after, or what I think there's going to be a big enough double in game of 34, and then wildcard into that, bench boost as well. Triple captaincy as well. A lot asking on Instagram when to use it, seeing as I didn't use it last week. If you're following what I was doing, just those 2 fixtures, game of 22, you can see there. If Rashford is alive and well, if he's still doesn't have any injuries with his hip or his hamstring, whatever that was niggling in the City game, they're 2 massive fixtures at home, and yeah. He's a new man at the moment since Ronaldo left, so yeah, that's what I'd be doing for a wildcard team for sure. But that being said, as I was saying, like, everybody has 2 Arsenal, 2 3 City. You already have at least 2 United as well, so not much changing to be going on at all. No. Right, back to the questions, James. Are you getting any leads next week? I think Rodrigo. See how they fare out. You've probably Nato there as well. We'll just have a quick look at Nato in case none of you know about him. He's down as a forward in the game, which is a wee bit annoying. I thought he would have snuck in as a midfielder, but he's 5 million. 1 goal all season so far in the Prem, but he a goal and assist so far. But he's playing well for Leeds. He got 2 or 3 in the FA Cup game, obviously against a weaker opposition, whatever. But yeah, this could be the man for game week 23 as a slight differential, less than 1% owned. Yeah, so probably would prefer Rodrigo, to be honest, but we'll see how Leeds line up this weekend against Brentford. And so I was chatting to a Leeds supporter during the week. He's not too confident on Rodrigo, so hopefully Rodrigo's alright till then. Bamford coming back into the scene isn't too great either, but yeah, we'll see how that fares out for sure. At least it's an easy way of getting Odegaard in. Then if I get Rodrigo, I can move on to Odegaard then for game week 23 then when Arsenal double. A few questions as well about Martinelli with Trossard coming into the team. I think Trossard is going to be an impact sub, to be honest. I know Martinelli has been quiet enough the last two. Yeah, it was annoying enough the Spurs game. Nothing was really going down his side. It was all Saka's side. Yeah, I think he's safe enough for the next few weeks. Then maybe Trossard could be getting a bit of game time, maybe over the double. Who knows when the games are close together. And Smith Rowe coming back in isn't great either. I had Martinelli last year for a lot of close to the end of the season, and yeah, he was very frustrating to own, especially when Smith Rowe was in the team, because him and Smith Rowe were chopping and changing every week. So especially when Trossard is in there as well, you could see a lot of rotation there. But I think Saka and Odegaard are definitely safe, and if Martinelli is a wee bit off form, Arteta could be asking questions there, and Trossard could be put in the team then. But hopefully Martinelli keeps going, because I've had him since game week 1. No more than yourselves, I'd say, no more than and a lot of people on watching this. He's been a great asset all season. So hopefully he keeps a spot when Trossard and Smith Rowe are back. But yeah. What do you think not having Tony will affect your team, Adichie? I think so, yeah. Just looking at him, he's been quietly ticking away every week. He's got a few 9-pointers over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, two double-digit hauls in his last 4, and he's returned in his last 4 games, which is crazy. But it's just the uncertainty about that kind of betting scandal. When is he going to get fined or suspended or whatever? But yeah, he's definitely one on the watch list for sure. But that being said, he's not a priority. Mitrovic could easily get something against Spurs, and yeah, it's just kind of thinking about the doubles for now. But they do have nice fixtures. I'll just have a quick look at their fixtures there. I think they do have a nice run for the next few. Yeah, Leeds, Southampton, Palace in 24, and up to 27, barring the United and Arsenal game. But he could easily get something against United and Arsenal. To Newcastle in defence too much, Sofian. No, definitely not. No, it all just depends which I think they will if they get to the EFL Cup final. You'd be probably stuck for players that week, but it's only 1 week anyway. You could always potentially free hit. We'll be talking about free hitting in 25 and a lot, but I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, for now, if you were watching earlier in the stream, and I was saying about it's a pity I only have the one, because a clean sheet to me isn't worth anything for Newcastle, because Trippier is so high owned. What is he, 70? Would say, yeah, 68%. So he's so high owned, it doesn't even matter if he gets a clean sheet. So then if you have the double Newcastle defence, that's where you make ground, because not many managers in the top 10k now have double Newcastle. But yeah, that's where you make your ground. What do you think about Mahrez? Yeah, I think maybe the ship has sailed with Mahrez, to be honest. Just paper roulette now. It's if you had him, fair play. If you had him last week, fair play. Great call, bring them in. But maybe he will start, or maybe there'll be a bit of rotation with that fairly favourable Wolves game. But yeah, if you have Mahrez, keep him. If you don't have him, I wouldn't be switching to get him. Sofian's asking there, KDB to Mahrez to save money. No, I don't think so. De Bruyne looks good to be starting this weekend, surely. After that rest, and you'd be confident that De Bruyne starting the 2 games over the double, the Villa and the Arsenal game. But I think it's just paying the extra money for security. I know you're looking at Cancelo my team there when I was saying that as well, but I don't know what is going on with Cancelo and Pep. Just hoping he plays this weekend, and then he's gone that week after. Robert Burke, is the volume low? Sorry, I'm afraid to move this mic because it collapses fairly easy. But hopefully it could be me chatting a bit low anyway. But I hope that's all right, Robert. If it's not too low, but appreciate that comment. Hopefully that's a bit better now. Start Cancelo or Bueno? I think you have to start Cancelo there. Yeah, hope he starts, and if he doesn't start, hopefully he doesn't make the cameo. Where is Shaw? Shaw's on the bench. yeah, you can see him there. I'm a United supporter. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but yeah, I'm starting White for now. Just Arsenal have the more chance of a clean sheet compared to United. And with Casemiro missing, I do think Arsenal are going to score. Shaw has a better chance of an attack and return. But I think Arsenal are safe enough at home. But yeah, I'm hoping United do get one as a supporter. But yeah, go on, Jack. Fair play to you. Sound. Would you hold Mitrovic or move to Tony? I think you hold him. He's every chance of getting something against Spurs. We've seen how bad Spurs were against City, especially in the second half. And Spurs only got those 2 goals after a fluky enough cross shot from Kane, and then the Ederson gave away that Kulusevski goal. So yeah, I'd keep Mitrovic this week for sure, and then kind of reassess next week then after. But hopefully Mitrovic can get something against Spurs. But yeah, is Mahrez a good option, Eddie? We were saying, yeah, if you have him, keep him. If you don't have him, don't bring him in. If you got De Bruyne, don't get rid of De Bruyne. Every chance. De Bruyne does well this weekend. Slight differential pick for the captaincy as well. Bit of a tips post here. Yeah, I was just saying between March and Mitoma, that's what I was meant to ask. Then a lot of ones asking about Brighton assets and how well they're playing at the moment. Yeah, you can't really see there on screen, but I think it's not. I think it is definitely. Mitoma has a better XG per 90 minutes compared to March. Could be slightly skewed because before the new manager, March was playing kind of wing back ish, and in his new role he's up top a lot more. But I think Mitoma's 0.72 expected goals per 90 minutes, and then March is 0.56 or it's around the 0.5 mark. So slightly better. If you do watch Brighton, never mind about the XG, never mind about the big chances. Mitoma is a far exciting player compared to March. Just once Mitoma gets the ball, he can beat his man with ease. And he's more of a kind of flairish pick compared to March. But that being said, you can't take it away from March how good he's been since the restart. I think he surely is the highest point scorer since the restart. I think just a new system for Brighton is favouring him a lot. Yeah, you can see there 3 double-digit hauls in his last 4 games, which is crazy. But with Trossard gone, this man Mitoma surely is safe enough for a start anyway over the next few. And he's playing well. He hasn't blanked in his last 3 games. You can see that there. But yeah, that's what I'd be saying. We've 9 minutes, lads, to go until the deadline. If you're enjoying the stream, please do give it a like. We're on 11 likes. If we can get to 15, that'll be much appreciated. And if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're watching this, please do hit subscribe. We're nearly on 3k subs. We're just 300 off. We hit 2.7k there last night. So getting there anyway. But yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, please do give it a like. We've 9 minutes to go into the deadline, so we'll keep ticking on. Sell Saliba or should I roll the transfer? Is he injured, or because I got that question just before I came on this as well, and I'm not sure about Saliba. I think you just play him, to be honest. If there's nothing wrong with him, I know he's a chance of a yellow if he does get the yellow. No, he's not actually. That's grand because they have played 19, so he's fine. I think you just play Saliba, so and yeah, see how you get on from there then. But I play the Arsenal defender over whoever if you have Shaw. And yeah, that's what I'd be saying. Care, how's it going, man? Will Nunes start? I think so. Have we got any leaked lineups? I'll see yet. But he's been back in training, so you'd expect him to start for sure. Just have a quick look on Twitter here. I don't think we've any news as of yet. Not at the moment. No. Kulusevski shout against Fulham. I wouldn't be bringing him in. I wouldn't be wasting a transfer on him. Definitely not. No, I wouldn't. Definitely not. What else will be there? Nunes starting. Yeah, I think he will. If he's back in training, you'd expect him surely to start. Yeah, no, that's what I'd be saying there. James, good luck this week. Fair play to you. Good luck to you as well. Ibrahim, how's it going, man? KDB captain. I wouldn't bet against Haaland, to be honest. Geez, you're flying there, Ibrahim. KDB captain? No, I'm leaving it on Haaland. KDB did get his rest against Spurs, but I don't think if you're chasing, fair enough. He's probably will get 90, but no, I think Haaland's a safer one. If you want to go against Haaland, I'd probably lean towards Kane, to be honest. With Kane being on penalties, and could probably see a few goals in that Spurs Fulham game, but yeah, I'd leave it on Haaland for now. Go against Haaland then, game week 22 with a Rashford pick or United pick, and then even 23, 24 onwards, if you want to even to have a cheeky punt on an Arsenal player, who is Arsenal's first game actually in 23. Just have a quick look. Who is their first game? Brentford at home. Yeah, not the nicest fixture, but home fixture all the same for Arsenal. But you could take a punt on an Arsenal captain over City. It's Villa at home for City and then Arsenal away. So yeah, that's probably the biggest game of the season so far. Well, Sunday could be, and then after that, then that's surely the next biggest game of the season. Then, should I do KDB for Salah? I think if you have Salah, you probably have to keep him. I think you have to keep Salah if you have him, and hope he does something. But this week alone, I think De Bruyne outscores Salah. Who does City have after next week then? Because just thinking about the double, then the Spurs after, and Liverpool have Wolves. I'd probably keep Salah, to be honest, and then in game week 23 you can go for De Bruyne then. Should I switch Salah to KDB? No, same as that. No. Start Foden or Matoma. Yeah, it's a tough one. Probably would start. See, if Foden starts, if Foden starts, you're in bother there, because he can easily return against Wolves. I probably would start him, but to be honest, probably who's that? Where is the Foden question? Tommaso. That's a tough one. You just have to hope Foden plays. If you think about it, who's going to score the most? If the two of them start, it's Foden. So you probably do have to start Foden then from that. Nunes to Tony -4. No, I don't think so. Nunes could surely start today. I don't think it's worth a -4. Just keep the free transfer and then reassess the week after. Turn two, good man. Cheers for tuning in, man. Fair play to you. We've 4 minutes to go. Triple captain Haaland T. No, save it for 22. Rashford is a standout triple captaincy at the moment now. But yeah, that's how we're looking. KDB versus Wolves, 4 goals. Ibrahim, I'm hoping he is. I'm hoping he does, because I think there's been a rumour there. I've just seen that Nunes isn't looking likely to start. Whoever was asking me about that, I just got a text there. I don't know how. Trent and Nunes apparently don't start. So if you've 4 minutes left, you might want to do that -4 for Tony, but take it with a pinch of salt. They're rumours, but this lad is very, very reliable. If that Nunes questioner is still there. 3 minutes to go, lads. If you've any other questions, send them in. T, you were asking about. No, you weren't asking about Nunes. If that lad who's still there asking about Nunes, just keep that in mind, that Nunes probably won't be playing. I say probably. It's not confirmed yet, but yeah. Is Firmino injured or not just playing? I think he's still injured, Jack. I could be wrong in saying that, but yeah, it was only Salah and Nunes available to play, and Firmino was injured. Yeah, I think he's still injured as well. So that could mean Salah's playing up top for Liverpool. So if you have Salah, you're looking decent. Foden or Martinelli, whom should I start, considering I already have Odegaard starting? I think you have to start Martinelli just for his ownership. See if you can fit Foden in there as well, Arav, to be honest. If not, I think you just have to play Martinelli for his ownership. I can see Arsenal scoring. Just that ownership there, 45%, 46% for Martinelli. I think you just have to start Martinelli, and if he doesn't return, he doesn't return. But yeah, Foden's a weird one. If you can play Foden as well, do. But I'd definitely put Martinelli over Foden just on his ownership, and I do think Arsenal will get one against us, if not 2 at home. But yeah, 2 minutes to go, lads. Any other questions, we'll do send them in. And on 16 likes, fair play to you, we got to the 15. If we could stretch to the 20, that'd be sound. And if anyone's watching that aren't subscribed already, please do subscribe. As we're saying, we're on the road to 3k subs. But yeah, if anyone just joining in late there, we've got 17 still watching. There's a strong rumour that Nunes and Trent aren't starting. So God love anyone who still has Trent. Yeah, I can see some lad on Twitter just brought in Trent, so he's looking likely that he's going to miss out. Twitter rumours, yeah. As I said, they're rumours, but that lad is fairly reliable. But we'll see now in 20 minutes' time. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. There's no Liverpool leaks, but there's rumours that Nunes and Trent don't play. Minute to go, lads. Just make sure your teams are all locked in, and then we'll call it quits then. I think, yeah, I'm happy enough with that going wide over Shaw. Might reluctantly regret that, to be honest, with Shaw on the bench, but I think I have to play Shaw. What do you think any of the new players, Jack? That, to be honest, I haven't seen much of the Ukrainian lads, so I don't know how he's going to get on. They just have too many wingers, Jack. I don't know. They need a striker for sure. Just look, the deadline is going over there. Yeah, I haven't seen much of him. I know he's done well. I won't go looking him up, whatever, in case something on Twitter comes up. But and it affect the stream, whatever. Yeah, but I haven't seen much of him. I know obviously it must be good. Surely Nkuku is going to be the Jesus of next year with the level of ownership. I think Jesus was just. I don't think so. And Nkuku could be no. It's a weird one with Chelsea strikers. You have Werner, you have Havertz. If Nkuku does play up top for Chelsea, they're just weird ones. It's gone are the days of Diego Costa when he was flying for Chelsea. But it's weird one now with Chelsea with the striker base. But yeah, no, we'll see. I haven't seen much. I can't talk 'cause I haven't seen much of either Nkuku or the Ukrainian lads. So I won't make a fool of myself and say, oh, they're going to be great, they're going to be unbelievable when I haven't seen much of them play. But yeah, Chelsea strikers are a weird one. Even with Havertz there, blanking in the double and then scoring again last week against Palace. But yeah, they're weird ones for sure. Chelsea strikers in fantasy. We've seen how Werner, he didn't get on great and everything. Well, exactly, Adichie. Yeah, Chelsea number 9 is cursed. Yeah, we've seen how bad Werner was when he started. There was big anticipation with Werner, and yeah, it all went down south. Yeah, I just remember, I don't know if you played back when Costa was playing, he was so reliable every week. He was either a haul or a yellow, nothing in between. But Chelsea are crying out for a target man, a number 9 there, as a DT is saying. But yeah, 11:01 lads. Good man, Jack. Fair play to you. I'll spruce up on me Mudryk knowledge, or how do you say his name, and Kuku before the next stream, because I haven't seen much of them. But anyway, 11:02 lads. We'll leave the stream there. Fair play to everyone for tuning in, and yeah, hopefully Kepa gets his clean sheet in the early kickoff, and we'll bait on from there. But yeah, fair play lads for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.